If anyone told you that this is Obama's third term of presidency, they were right. You see, Biden's sole job as president is to follow orders. His task is to heal Obama's bruised ego. His task is to reinstate his former boss's legacy. Yes, that's all there is to this president. But wait, what does that mean then? Is the Obama era back? Well, of course, it's all coming back. Be it Obamacare or Obama's Iran and Syria policy. It's all coming back. Hi, and welcome to TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host, Shubhangi, and in this video, we shall discuss how Biden, a faithful vice president, has let his boss Obama into the White House. Not a very democratic thing to do, huh? Let's begin. Joe Biden, the 46th President of the United States of America, still believes that he is the subordinate of former President Barack Obama as the septuagenarian continues to scurry back to Obama for advice on crucial policy decisions. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki on Monday confirmed that President Biden maintains regular communication with Obama on a number of issues. Psaki declined to give an exact number of times that the duo had spoken, but said that they keep in regular touch and their respective teams were in touch about a range of issues as well. Well, this means a lot of interference by Obama in the Biden administration. It feels as if Obama is babysitting Biden and forcing his stale and old policies through the new president. From Syria to Obamacare or the new Medicare to Iran nuclear deal, Biden has started trudging down the same path, charted by his former boss. Reported extensively by TFI, after being installed into the White House, Biden was itching to go back, sit across the table with Iran, and quickly sign the Obama-era's Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or simply the Iran nuclear deal. Biden is so obsessed with the deal and removing Trump-era sanctions that even Tehran understands what it means to him. Therefore, Iran keeps demanding more and more relief from the US president, even though its nuclear program is very much alive and kicking. When Trump dumped the Iran nuclear deal, it really hurt Obama's ego. Now it seems like the former president is back to come and settle some scores. As for Syria, reported by TFI, exactly 36 days after becoming the US president, Joe Biden ordered strikes in the Middle Eastern country, giving an indication that just like his buddy Obama, Biden was vying for a Nobel Peace Prize. We are being sarcastic. The Syrian war was Obama's war, and it seems like Biden could go back soon, as the Biden administration is already mulling on what to do with Syria. There's a strong chance that Obama would influence Biden to push him back into the Syrian war. And then there is Obama's Medicare. While Obama's ambitious and yet to deliver any tangible benefits, Obamacare was a big dud. The left-leaning socialist Democrats like Bernie Sanders and Pramila Jayapal are already forcing Biden to implement Medicare for all, which, if implemented, is certain to put a tremendous strain on the already fragile healthcare setup of the country. Obamacare was also dumped by Trump, and there's a strong chance again that Obama will try to get Biden to make this policy return to vindicate Obama's legacy. During his campaign for the White House, Biden called for lowering the program's eligibility age from 65 to 60. That would open up the program to up to 23 million more enrollees. An analysis from a professor at Harvard estimates that this could add up to $100 billion in additional costs each year to its balance sheet. Due to the bill's huge repercussion to the exchequer, a Medicare for All bill has never cleared a single committee, let alone Congress, but the Democrats still seem hell-bent on pushing for this idea simply because they want to make Obama look really good here. And lastly, the relationship dynamics between Biden and Obama is severely lopsided. Despite the media claiming that both are as thick as thieves, Obama continues to undercut Biden. Even during the latter's campaigning trail, Obama waited up until the last moment to endorse him, and even when he did, he had his reservations regarding Biden's ability. The fact that Obama batted for Clinton in 2016 by sidestepping Biden should tell you about this toxic relationship where Obama is the frenzied parasite. And yet, A deluded Biden is hopelessly emulating Obama, and his simple job just seems to be to reinstate the former president's legacy.